As a fighter, Tim Bradley was tremendously brave. However, in this interview, he explains why he chose to turn down the opportunity to fight Amir Khan back in the days. For those of you who maybe weren't watching boxing at the time, or maybe it slipped your memory, they were both champions at 140 pounds, Khan and Bradley, and they were looking to unify. Khan was absolutely up for it and very keen, but Tim Bradley, at the time inexplicably, broke off, didn't go ahead with the unification with Khan, signed with Top Rank, and then shortly afterwards he was signed to fight Manny Pacquiao. Now, Bradley says that he wants an exhibition with Amir Khan. He wants to fight him even now because he said that at the weigh-in for the first Pacquiao fight, Amir Khan approached him and to his face said, "When are you going to grow some balls?" Yeah. And you know what? I can't fault Khan for doing it. As funny as that thought is, I can't fault Khan for doing it because Khan wanted all the smoke. There were so many detractors of Amir Khan when he was at 140 pounds following, well, not just the Prescott defeat, but all the times he'd been dropped in his career. He was seen as an easy touch for a lot of fighters. But of course, he won his respect against Marcos Maidana. He beat Paulie Malignaggi. He beat Kotelnik, who was a decent fighter back in the days. So going into the Tim Bradley fight, I think the consensus at the time was that Khan was maybe a slight favorite because he'd been performing well. He was confident. He definitely wanted that Bradley fight, and Bradley went in a different direction. And I made videos about it at the time saying, look, it doesn't matter whether it's a business decision or whatever the case may be. And that's what Tim Bradley says in this interview. He says that at the time, his promoter, manager, etc. wanted him to sign an extension in order to do that Amir Khan fight. And he didn't want to sign an extension with them. He didn't like being with them. So that's the reason that he didn't go ahead with the Khan deal, according to him, and went in a different direction with Top Rank and fought Manny Pacquiao. It wasn't because he was afraid, again, according to him. And I believe him. You see, my definition of a duck might not be the same as your definition of a duck. Because as far as I'm concerned, Tim Bradley was never afraid of Amir Khan. He wasn't scared in his presence, scared of getting in the ring with him. No, not at all. But a duck is still a duck in my book. If you can fight somebody and it's a good fight like this, a unification fight, a meaningful fight, and you don't, then that's a duck. Yeah, he took a different fight for a lot more money, but this would have been, I'm not sure if it was undisputed at the time, but certainly a unification. He could have done that. What's to stop him signing with Bob Arum, fighting Khan anyway, because Khan was with Golden Boy at the time, fighting Khan anyway, and then facing Manny Pacquiao? He didn't want to do that. He wanted to just go straight for Pacquiao. I guess the risk reward was better going for Pacquiao rather than going for Khan. And I guess it worked out for the best anyway, because Tim Bradley did get the decision in that first Pacquiao fight. Very controversial. I didn't think he won the fight, but he got the decision. And so I guess that was a welcome present from Bob Arum. I don't know how you want to look at it. But yeah, make sure you guys check out this interview with Tim Bradley explaining why he chose to avoid the Amir Khan fight back in the days. Turn it down, however you want to describe it. He didn't go through with it when it looked like it was going to happen. So yeah, even very brave, notoriously brave fighters like Tim Bradley, sometimes they avoid fights. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments.